Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. And we want to just start. Hello, everybody. So we just like to have that little music to just start us off every day. And if you're coming here for the first time, every Friday at 12:30, we have lunch and learn. Myself, Yvonne Robinson, and Dr. Lubna, we come on to help you with your career goals. So just grab that hamburger or that hot dog or whatever it is, or your drink, and let us talk because we have a very interesting topic today. We want to talk to you about how to network on LinkedIn to find opportunities. And just to let you know that we're streaming in live from LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and we are also on the Wisdom app. So if you're looking at me on YouTube or something, you will see me holding up my cell phone in my hand because we are also going live on Wisdom. There's another app that is called Wisdom where I'm not able to bring up listeners now, but after this, I continue there and I'm able to bring up listeners. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself, and Dr. Lubna will tell you a little bit about herself. We're not going to take more than 1 minute or half a second or something. My name is Yvonne Robinson Jackson, and I help ambitious career professionals get hired, get promoted, and earn more income by learning how to negotiate their salaries and communicate with confidence. And that is very important. So that's just about me. And now Dr. Lubna will tell you a little bit about herself.
Thank you, Yvonne. I'm so excited to be here with you every Friday. I really look forward to it, you know. Okay, so I'm Lubna Araji. I'm also career and executive coach, and I work with professionals who are in career transition. And what that means, career transition can be progression, can be career alignment, can be searching for promotion, wherever you are in your career and you're thinking about moving to the next level. And like Yvonne mentioned, you know, it's about gaining confidence, gaining clarity, having a clear roadmap, and having all the tools that you need to make that progression. And that's our goal from those lives. Every Friday, we come here to talk to you about the different tools that you can use to prepare yourself for those career transitions. Yeah.
Right.
So you guys are here.
Let's see who is here. Yes, yes. Oh, Jay's here, and Jay say he's looking forward to it. So if you are here live, you can put that you're here live. And if you're watching on the replay, because this will be on a replay, you can put that you're watching on the replay for those people who are going to watch later. And you can also put a comment to say where you are calling in from. So Dr. Lubna and I are going to start talking about networking, because whether you're in a career or you're a business, it is a very important tool from your toolbox that you should sharpen, right? So what are you saying about networking today, Dr. Lubna?
Oh, that's a great topic. It's an amazing topic, and everyone gets to realize the importance of networking. especially in times like these where we don't have an opportunity to meet people in person, we don't have an opportunity to go to live events, right? I mean, not live events, in-person events, we get to leverage. We get to leverage social media and especially LinkedIn to connect with people and put ourselves out there and be present and be seen.
Right? Be present and be seen. Okay, that's awesome. And for me, for job seekers, because this is a marketing tool, so you have to know where your audience is. And I believe that for most job seekers, their audience is on LinkedIn because all the companies are on there doing business. All the recruiters, I think it is said that 90 or so percentage of recruiters are on LinkedIn. I really believe it's about 100% of them. I don't know a recruiter myself who is not on LinkedIn. And
Yeah.
all the companies nowadays, companies are learning how to market on LinkedIn. So it's not like before. If you need to find a company, where would the easiest place to go to find that company is on LinkedIn, I find. Right?
Yes, yes. Like you said, Yvonne, all companies are present on LinkedIn. They are actively posting jobs on that platform. And even LinkedIn has made so many improvements to the platform to make it easier to upload your resume, to keep it in there, and then use it for each application.
Yeah. And another thing I want to say about LinkedIn. So, how do you just go on LinkedIn? Do you just go on LinkedIn? And some people are saying, oh, LinkedIn is there. I know it is there. I'm not on there, but I don't even know what to do when I get on LinkedIn. It's a big
Mhm.
marketplace for, recruiters and selling skills. And it's a skill selling marketplace. Like how we have Amazon selling goods, LinkedIn is for
Yes.
selling skills. How do I sell myself on LinkedIn then? What do I do?
Yeah, how do you sell yourself? How do you position yourself? How do you make yourself visible? So, last week or the week before, last week, we talked about the resumes, right? We told you a little bit how to structure the resumes. So, if you think about it, the resume is a tool, a marketing tool. It's a piece of paper that will be very supportive to get you an interview. And same thing with LinkedIn. That's another supporting marketing tool that you need to leverage. You cannot just send your resume and not have a well-polished LinkedIn profile. And basically the way to do it is to first work on the resume and then use that information and use everything you have worked on your resume to transfer to your LinkedIn profile. And there are different sections on the LinkedIn profile that you need to be aware of, right? And like I said, it's another marketing tool that's going to allow you to position yourself strongly.
I'm happy you say that because we are in alignment on that. Some people who don't know where to start, I always say, don't start looking for a job before you have those two pieces of marketing tools polished. You polish your resume, make sure you have a well-crafted resume. I call it a prospecting resume because if you don't have a job yet, you are prospecting. So you have to have that resume that is targeted to a role, say project manager, business analyst, administrative assistant. That's a role. So you have that resume out there, which is general to the role. So when people are looking for a project manager or whatever, they can see that you have that. But you are to transfer much of that information to what we call optimize the LinkedIn profile. And the reason why we say optimize is because LinkedIn uses the same sort of search functionalities like Google and other social media platforms. It's robust. So when recruiters go there, they are searching for keywords. If I'm looking for a project manager, I'm going to search on LinkedIn for a project manager. If I need a project manager with MS Project, I am looking for project manager and MS Project. So LinkedIn has big functionality because it has a backend that recruiters use. So how do you show up on LinkedIn? You have to make sure that when they are searching for those skills and qualities, they find you. And how can they find you? You have to have it somewhere in your profile, right? You have to
Yes.
have it in your profile, maybe even more than one places, so that you rank high in their search.
Yes,
Does
Yvonne,
that make sense?
fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Yes, the keywords. You need to have most of the keywords on your resume and on your LinkedIn profile. And one way to do it, I mean, you can start with the general version of your resume, and then if there's a specific position, you want to make sure that most of the keywords that the employer is looking for are somewhere sprinkled within your resume and within your LinkedIn profile. Because the way that recruiters do their search, they enter, I believe, about 7 keywords, and then they have a list of candidates that comes up. And if you have all of those keywords, you're going to be on the top list. And that's how they start reaching out to candidates. So yes, it's crucial to have the keywords. It's crucial to update your resume accordingly. It's not going to be a big change, but it's going to be about making sure that you have most of the keywords that are in the job description. Okay? Because it's not just the human aspect that comes into play here, but it's also the ATS systems and other platforms. Yeah.
So we are on LinkedIn right now, and we say, okay, I'm searching for somebody, I'm putting in my keywords and all that. So the reason why there are certain different sections of your LinkedIn profile, and I could just read them off. I think there are so many. I think there are at least 8 sections that you should optimize. One of the part of I'm not even going to talk about your profile picture yet, because you can't optimize a picture. You can just have a nice clean picture that make you look nice, right? Pleasant to the eyes. But when recruiters are really searching for you, they don't go search for pictures, they search for words, right? That is why we focus a lot on the words. So the profile picture and the banner can be really nice if you like something that looks nice, but we are focusing today on the words. So even in your name field, you can put behind your name, for example, Yvonne Robinson, project manager, in the name field. So the search engine, it goes to the name field, it goes to your headline, your about section, and your experience section, and your skills section, right? Your skills section, I didn't even used to put a lot of thought into the skills section until I realized that if you're the search engine, it's important to optimize the skills also for the search engine, because we're talking about optimization of the search so that the search engine, the robust search engine, can find you. And listen, if there are 800 million people on LinkedIn and 400 million are job seekers, we have to find the one that we're looking for. So the more optimized your resume is, the more it ranks to the top. Because if I'm going to search for Ottawa and area, or Ontario area, there are lots of people, lots of project managers in Ontario looking for a job. So how do you rank to the top? You have to make sure that those areas, your name field, your headline, your about, your experience, and your skill sections are properly optimized. And optimized mean have the keywords, the search keywords that we are looking for.
Yes, yes. So let me start with the top. Okay, I'm going to piggyback on what you said, Yvonne. So the top section where you have your name and you have a banner. Many people leave that banner open with no picture, or they put the picture of something in nature, or picture of their dog, or whatever they think should be there. But remember, your LinkedIn profile is a marketing tool, and you are there because you are positioning yourself as a professional. So one of the things to think about is to create a banner that communicates firsthand your expertise, your experience, your industry, the industry you're in. Okay. For example, I work with many people in the healthcare industry, in the biotech and pharma, and people usually put a banner with pictures that convey that message. Okay. Uh, I'm a project manager. I'm a brand manager. I'm a director of X, Y, and Z. Those things you cannot show them, but you can show the industry. You can show, for example, project management. There are some pictures out there you can upload. And the banner, most of the time, doesn't have to be just one picture. You can do a montage, right? But just by seeing your banner, we will get a message, a visual message in a couple of seconds. All right. So that's one thing. The other thing, like Yvonne said, you want to put something after your name. You put your credentials, MBA, MD, PMP, whatever you have. Okay. Like this right away. I will have an idea about your credentials. And you want to put something around your experience and expertise, like you said, Yvonne, you said project manager, and you can be even more specific. That's what we call a brand title. You want to tell people who you are, so you make it easier for them to know what you're bringing to the table without them going and scrolling down to your professional experience section. The same way we talked about that last week, right? For the resume, the first half page has to convey everything I need to know about you.
Right. So, so we talk about optimizing all the areas of at least 5 key areas of that LinkedIn profile. However, Dr. Lubna did go into talking about maybe your banner and your profile picture. So when the recruiter searches, they don't search for that; they search for the keywords. But when they come onto your profile, land onto your profile, when you are professional, you show better, you communicate better. And that is the reason why the banner is also very important, as Dr. Lubna was saying. The banner is very important because even if it is not fancy, but it should communicate something. Or if you're going to make, but just don't leave the little gray thing there. It just looks like everybody else, right? You want to stand out. The gray banner doesn't make you stand out. And I think you touched on the profile picture, that the profile picture should be just because the banner might be fancy. Let the profile picture just be a good profile picture with not a lot of fancy things in the background. No dogs, no cats, no family. You know, we know you love your dogs and cats, but listen, your Facebook profile already has that. Your Instagram already has that. And the difference between LinkedIn profile for a career professional is different for a business or some business owners or some solopreneurs. Just remember, guys, I've seen us career professionals on LinkedIn, and you don't know what their skills are because they are trying to look like a business person. Remember, I said to a lady the other day, when people are looking for you, they're looking for somebody to come and work for them. And when your profile is communicating like you own a business, the recruiter is not going to waste time connecting with you if they have 5 other profiles of people who are looking for work to connect to, because it's going to take maybe 15 minutes to half an hour to have that conversation with you to find out whether you are looking for work or whether you're not looking for work, because you look like you're a business. Right? So you should have your skills in your profile. If you are a cloud engineer with AWS, you can have that in the headline section. I used to have my PMPs having their skills also in the headline section because it tells what their main skills are. And also remember, it is for profile optimization. You've got to have those skills there.
Yes. So
make sense?
yes. So we just went over what you need to have on your LinkedIn profile. And I know today we're talking about networking, right? That's part of networking, because when people look at your profile, they decide if they want to connect with you or not. And you get to have a very strong profile in order to attract other professionals to network with you. So let's talk about networking. Networking on LinkedIn can come in different forms. You can build a presence by liking other people's posts, posting uh, articles that were written by other people, or just like sharing an article that was posted. But you want to be active in there. You want to do it every day or at least once a week, because the algorithm on LinkedIn recognizes that you are present, right? So it keeps bringing you on the top. All right. So the online presence is very important to make your networking and connecting successful.
So I want to just add a little bit to that, because some people might be saying, okay, so why should I go post? And because it took me a little while to figure out, why should a career professional be posting something on LinkedIn? As Dr. Lubna says, it is because when you are active on LinkedIn and somebody search for a particular person, because you are active, it is the algorithm that brings you up to the top. It is the algorithm that recognizes you as an active person on LinkedIn and brings you forward. And even if you don't write anything, because some people are shy to write on LinkedIn, but for example, if you're looking for a job and you see stuff in your industry, or you see stuff, information about, how to find jobs on LinkedIn, or how to write a resume, you're looking for work. And if you go on LinkedIn and you like somebody's work, like say Dr. Lubna's or my work or my content, when you are looking for help, this is where the reciprocity comes in. So a lot of people think, oh, I can just be here, and I see Dr. Lubna, I see Yvonne, and when I need some help, I'm just gonna go and reach out to them and see if they can help me. Why should we help you? I mean, we love to help everybody, but we can't help everybody. So who we're going to help? We're going to help the people we know because they have liked our stuff, people you know, and people you have developed a relationship with. So when you're on LinkedIn, you don't just sit down and wait until, and even if you have a job and everything is going, remember your career is a business. You should be developing those kinds of relationships. You should make sure that you have somebody in your network who you can reach out to. They talk about the people in your circle of influence. So if you're building a career and you're going to have a circle of influence, you might want to make sure you have a career coach or some mentor in there. So when you get stuck into something, even at work, people who I've worked with before will send me a message. They're stuck here. They have some relationships going on. How would you treat this? And you can ask somebody for a favor, but you cannot reach out to anybody and ask them for a favor if you have not worked with them before. If you don't know them, they're just going to ignore your message out of the 50 messages that they got.
Yes, so that's a good point, Yvonne. Actually, you want to be networking authentically. You don't want to reach out to people just when you need something. It has to become a habit, okay? Networking with people in your industry and thinking ahead of what you want to be doing next. You don't want to start networking with people once your job is not fulfilling anymore. You start looking for something else. You're completely stuck, but you want to make it a habit. It's a great habit to have. Why? Like Yvonne said, it's about building relationships. It's about people trusting you, people seeing you and getting to know you, even if they have never met you, right? But they feel that they know you. And the other thing, if you're liking and connecting and sharing people's posts, you start positioning yourself as an expert in your field. So when the day comes and the recruiters are checking you out, they will have an idea about your activity on LinkedIn. They will have some type of idea about, the type of personality you have. And I get it. It's a little bit scary to just go and start networking, like many of like my clients, even like no matter where they are in their management level, it's always a scary thing to do, to go on LinkedIn and network and connect to people. But you know what? Make it a habit, even 5 minutes every day, or maybe 5 minutes once a week. Just get started somewhere. Okay?
And Jay says good advice on authenticity, trust, and building relationships. Networking is not all one way. And we have Kevar here, who is all the way
Mm.
from Kev.
Kevser, Ankara. Oh, hi.
All the way from
Hello.
Turkey, and that's very nice. So it is very important. We touched on some very important things. We touched on how the reason why your LinkedIn profile should be optimized, and we touched on what is optimization. I see a lot of people on LinkedIn struggling all the time. I just don't understand. There's so much information that we put out. There's so much information out there about networking, and they should be actually getting some of this information and implementing it, because I don't think a lot of career professionals understand what it means by optimizing their LinkedIn profile. And I hope that they will watch this or rewatch this, because we did touch on the areas and why it is the optimization is important and what it is for. But there's another thing. People are saying, okay, well, I'm doing certain things and nothing is happening. I've seen people on LinkedIn for over years still looking for work. So
Mm-hmm.
there has to be a reason. If your LinkedIn profile is not bringing business to you, I don't do a lot of marketing. My LinkedIn profile brings a business to me. So if your LinkedIn profile is not bringing jobs to you, if you're job searching, if you're in business and it's not bringing business to you, you have to sit down and figure out why nobody is searching for you. Nobody is searching for a project administrator and you're not getting called. Sorry, I should say people are searching for project coordinators and administrators. You're not getting called. You're not getting called for the developer. You're not getting called for the admin assistant work. Why? And you are on LinkedIn. And recruiters are searching every day, every minute. So why aren't you getting called? And that is why I wanted some people to let me know what they're struggling with on LinkedIn, why you're on there for a whole year looking for a job and can't find one, even if you're career pivoting, because you should be able, career pivoting is the hardest. We know, because we have to repurpose all your skills for the new job. That
Mm-hmm.
is when you might need the extra help. But if you are not career pivoting and you are on LinkedIn finding work in your, trying to find work in your field for a whole year and nobody's reaching out to you, you have to sit back and say, what am I doing wrong? So Lumna was going to ask you a question. So um, do you think people do not reach out to recruiters and hiring managers because they do not know what to say?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've heard that before. Yes, sometimes they're just scared, and I think it might be the fear of rejection. Okay, and what I tell my clients, they're like, Lubna, but I don't know them. You want me to go and reach out to them? I'm like, okay, what's the worst case scenario? They're gonna tell you, sorry, I don't have time. I cannot talk to you. No problem. Take it. It's okay. But at least you're going to get your fear out of the way. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. And I can speak for myself, like a few years ago when I had to just go and, just connect with people I didn't know. I was freaking out. I was freaking out. I was like, what am I supposed to say? How do I say it? Da, 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 da. Again, you want to go with the mindset, and the mindset that people are always willing to help, okay, and we are all there to support each other. Go with that mindset.
Yes, I think
and
people, yeah,
also and
in a little
also
bit.
have an intention. Okay, you don't want to be reaching out to people like left and right, but once you have a plan for your career, you have a plan, you have a job search strategy, You want to start thinking about the people who might be supportive during this phase, okay, this transition phase. You want to make everything intentional and keep the messaging simple. Hello, this is Lubna. I really admire what you're doing, and I would love to pick your brain because I'm thinking about applying to your company, or I'm really interested in growing in my role and having a job similar to yours. I would love to pick your brain. I don't know. I'm just making these things up. Okay? But make it
Yeah,
simple and
it's simple.
intentional.
Yeah, and I would say if you are having an issue in writing, in reaching out, what I normally say to people, sit down and write it out.
Mm-hmm.
Write what you would like to say to the different markets, what you would want to say to a recruiter, what you would like to say to a hiring manager. You can even write it, ask your husband or kids to help you to craft some messages, and you use those messages. Remember, you're not talking to them yet, you're just writing it into an email. So you should have maybe a Word document or something with different types of things that you might want to say, because it's easier to do it when you have it written out and you can craft it, you can customize it. So you craft and you customize, just like your resume. You craft, customize, learn to craft and customize. Those are two good
Yes.
words to use, because you have to make sure that when you are reaching out to the different markets or the different um, person who you're communicating to, or you want to communicate back to you, that you are using the proper words and things like that, because people are different. Sometimes people from different countries or in different areas might not like a certain word. Like for example, first time we used to say hey guys, now you can't even say hey guys anymore, right? Because some people don't like it, that the ladies will say don't call me guy, right? And I used to hear kids say guys work on shift, right? Because they don't have to call them certain things. So you have to be careful too. So what you do, you write it out. And when you are going into LinkedIn now, hello so and so, you cut and paste. Just remember that you customize a message so you don't say hello Jack when you should say hello James, right? So that is what
Oh,
you're going to write. No, that's a little joke, because sometimes I figure sometimes I might have done that in the past. So just
yeah.
remember, and remember, you have to be intentional about it. So what you are actually doing, you come up with a plan. Who are you going to reach out to and what you're going to say? That is very important. And when you craft the message, especially if you're high up in the organization and you have a well crafted, well framed message, I'm telling you, 90%, I'm not going to say 100%, because some of the people will not reach back to you, will not come back to you. Some of them use LinkedIn email address from their private address, or maybe it's their work address. They don't check those emails every day. So when you reach out and they don't get back to you, don't go home and sob. Because remember, not everybody use the email that they for LinkedIn that they use regularly. And I've had experience with that with people. So
Yeah.
don't go away and say, oh, some never get back to me. Some probably don't get back to you because they have two emails and they never check that one. But somebody
Yes.
is going to get back to you.
Or they're very busy. People are very busy, and don't take it personally. Don't take it personally, and you can remind them if you really need to talk to them. Oh, you know what? I'm just bringing this to the top. I know you're busy. If you have 5 minutes, can I have 5, 10 minutes of your time? I would really love to get your insights. And again, if people say, sorry, I don't have time, and I've had that many times, people telling me, oh, sorry, Lubna, what do you want to talk about? I'm like, oh, I just want to connect. They're like, sorry, I don't have time. I'm like, okay, thank you. And that's it. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
And
Okay,
the
you
other
don't want to stay stuck there.
Yeah, and the other thing that I find out too is that for recruiters, when I used to do recruiting, I used to love when people reach out to me. Like in our office, I don't know if it was just our office. We used to be excited when job seekers reach out to you. It's like you felt special. So, and that is also, I don't understand why people on LinkedIn would say recruiters don't reach out back to them. I don't know which recruiters those are, but there are lots of recruiters who will reach back out to you. And what the hiring manager might not reach out to you, or the VP or so, but they will give your name to the recruiter in the company if it's an agency, or they'll give your name to somebody in the department who is hiring. They do that all the time because
Mm.
remember, the fact that you reach out to them, it shortens their cycle time. It takes them longer to find you. And if you find them, I used to be so happy to get those emails. I used to like, it's like getting good, it's like money. It's like, I don't know, it's like something good. It's like gold. Somebody reach out to me and I have the name and the address. And if they ever
Mm.
even put their phone number, I used to be so happy. Oh my God, I felt special. So guys, don't use the LinkedIn modus operandi of LinkedIn. Everybody is saying people are not reaching out to you. I used to
Yeah.
love to reach out to people. I
Yes.
used to love when people reach out to me as a recruiter because I have a job to fill and you reach out to me and you're good for that
Yes.
job. You just cut off a whole 2 days of my searching time, friend. So just remember, not everybody is the same. And as
Yes.
Dr. Lubna say, your mindset. You are going to this thing with the right mindset. I'm going on LinkedIn today to search and I'm going to find what I'm looking for. If you go and say, "Oh no, jobs are not out there. Nobody's not gonna get back to me."
Oh
No,
yeah.
no, no, no,
Mm.
no. You're not. Nobody's getting back to you, my friends.
Nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. So if you want a good outcome, you gotta change your mindset, your mind. If you want, you have to change your mindset if you want the outcome that you want. So
Yes.
that's how I see it. If you feel that nobody's getting back to you, nobody's getting back to you. 100%.
So, Yvonne, what else do we need to add in terms of networking on LinkedIn? I think
I
we
think
touched upon like the LinkedIn profile, about being present out there and liking and sharing and posting articles, and sometimes, you know what, like you can just say, oh, when people get promoted, congratulations, happy birthday. Just be there all the time and care, truly
yeah,
care.
that's
Okay.
another thing too. And
Yeah.
care. And also, when you're on LinkedIn as a job seeker, and this might be the last thing because we talked about the profile, we talk about the areas to optimize. We talked that the profile is another tool like your resume, and they go hand in hand. Don't leave any of those behind. We said that. And we talk about how to communicate with people on LinkedIn. The other thing that I want to talk about too is, we talk about the reaching out, how to reach
Mhm.
out. And we just want to make sure that when you're on there, you're intentional. I think Lubna talked about have a plan.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
I think we gave a lot today.
Yes.
This is not going to be a long thing. This is half an hour. It's supposed to be half an hour. Sometimes
Yeah.
we go over 10 minutes. We're almost 10 minutes over half an hour. So I think these are tips. We want when people come and read it, they get some nuggets
Mhm.
and they run. This is our Friday lunch and learn, guys.
Yeah.
We're not going to take your whole day. We just want you to lunch and learn with us and learn some tips. This is going to be on LinkedIn, replaying on LinkedIn. It's also on my YouTube channel. I don't know if Dr. Lubna, you don't have a YouTube channel yet, right? Do you?
No, I was thinking about that this morning as I was walking. I'm like, I'm gonna create a YouTube channel. Yes,
These,
I'm
these
gonna
can
do
go
that.
there too, right? These can go there too, so that you have a
Yes.
information bank there. But this is on Goal Inspired Career Coaching YouTube channel. So, Dr. Lubna, just to remind the people
Yes.
here who come on to watch after, how can they find you if they want to talk to you?
Oh, they can find me on LinkedIn, Lubna Raji. You go there, you connect with me, you do the same with Yvonne. And if we can support you in any way, don't be shy. Okay.
Can you can
If
you
you need,
pronounce your can you
Mhm.
spell your last name for the people who are not seeing the screen and are just listening? Raji, how do you
Oh,
spell your last name so they can find you?
okay. ERRAJI.
Oh, that's easy.
I know.
ERRAJI. So it's Lubna Raji. And I am Yvonne Robinson Jackson, the only Yvonne Robinson Jackson on LinkedIn. There are other Yvonne Robinsons, but not Yvonne Robinson Jackson. You'll find me there.
Woohoo.
And I am also on YouTube, Goal Inspired Career Coaching, because I believe in goals. I believe that you should be
Yes.
inspired. And so Dr. Lubna is so nice to come to us every Friday. And we are going to be here
Mhm.
next week, Friday again, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, ambitious career professionals. We have more things to talk to you about. If you come here every Friday, I guarantee you, you are going to skyrocket your career. because we are only giving you the tips that are going to help you.
So, Yvonne, would you mind putting the links to our websites?
Okay,
Yes.
so
And if
our
you guys,
website, um,
yes,
because I'm here. Oh, okay. So this is Dr. Lubna's website. It's Advance is Consulting. So it's ADVANCIS Consulting. Advance is
advances.
consulting, and it's advances, right?
Yes.
ADVANCIS Consulting, and mine is goal-inspired-career-coaching.com. So you have lots of places to go land and learn. So that's why I go on webinars. That's why I listen to business people. And when there is something important, I go and I pick up nuggets. So remember, every Friday, lunch and learn with Dr. Lubna. Lunch
Yes.
and learn with Dr. Lubna and Yvonne. Okay. And
Yes.
on our website, we have blogs too. So if you go to Dr. Lubna's website and you click on the blog, you will see articles. My website also has a blog. And you click on there and you see articles. You should be advancing in your career. You should be growing in your career, because we are here every Friday to drop some nuggets to help you to skyrocket. And Dr. Lubna, do you have something else to say?
Yes, I just wanted to say, if you guys, okay, if anyone, okay, I'm not going to use that. If
Ambitious
anyone,
professionals.
yes, I'm not using, hey guys, okay. All right. If anyone needs a more customized support or has more specific questions, you know where to find us. Okay. We both have programs that are really, really tailored to specific areas, and where you can get a very profound and structured support. So if you need anything similar to that, don't hesitate to connect with us and ask us. Okay.
Just go on LinkedIn and you can
Yeah.
connect with Dr. Lubna on her profile, connect with her, connect with me on LinkedIn, and also go to our references section and you will see what people are saying, people who we've helped, people who
Yes.
are getting help and are getting success and getting their transformation at warp speed. What we are here to do, we know you can find a job maybe in 6 months, 8 months, a year. We are trying to shorten the time frame so we
Yes.
can put money back in your pocket, so you're not, when you're not earning, you are losing money.
Mm-hmm.
If you are out of a job, you're actually losing money. So that's what we are saying. We want to help you to get your transformation at warp speed.
Yeah.
So we are going to go out
Okay.
now, guys.